microphone working? It is. Welcome to Jaw Harp Live tonight. How y'all doing? We'll get some caffeine going here and we're just going to get right into it. Been playing a lot of Morchang. Some other harps been playing. I'll mention another one I gifted to a good friend. Let's get down to a Rekka. There it is. There's the Rekka. I'm going to wash you and put you off to the side. Little harp and hey. How's everybody doing? Charles Longstaff, how are you? How's the harp? And I'm going to be playing on a Rekka hybrid. Or, sorry, a Rekka rhombus. Something more twangy. He says, how's it going there? But hey, somewhat's really cool guy. It's going well. Past couple days I've been working on my overtone singing. I don't have it quite yet, but I believe certain aspects of the things that you're doing in overtone singing apply to the harp. I've been going, ooh. See if I can do this. I'll need a little bit of water. But I think that there's certain aspects of the overtone singing that can translate over into your harp play. So if I was just saying, oh, I'm seeing like a fundamental tone, and there's just a touch of, I'm not very good at it yet, just a touch of that overtone going on above there that I can manipulate kind of like a harp. Just a bit. I find it easier to play with overtones with the harp, but it's been a good exercise for me so far because that same tongue shape and same mouth shape applies to the harp, which is exactly what I'm doing there. There's some open closed glottis stuff. I'm having my tongue down far, making that ooh type of shape of the mouth. Like if I was to be doing an impression of Robert De Niro, that, yeah, making that shape of the mouth, that ooh. I'm literally making that shape, ooh, 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 but I'm opening and closing my glottis. A couple days ago, I had to drive to another town for my job, and I was in a truck without the radio working, so I was working my overtone singing just out of boredom, and also trying to work my glottis while vocalizing. I'll see if I can do that. It's kind of hard to do. That's kind of what I'm doing, breathing in and out on the harp when I'm. That's that open and closed glottis there. And then I think the next time a telemarketer or a scammer calls, I'm going to answer the phone and talk just like those, and just do that the whole time. But anyways, I'm a big fan of nonsense in general. Let's go ahead and let's do something on the harp. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this big harp. But yeah, it was just a good time. I didn't have a radio, didn't have any music. I just worked on my overtone singing and my percussives too, beatboxing, and also just opening and closing my glottis without a harp. This harp is one of the more saturated harps I've ever played, but I really like it. Normally I'm not a huge fan of saturation, but this harp is really cool. Has a really unique trigger shape. Looks like an alien's tail. It's their alien predator theme type harps. All titanium. Say titanium and zirconium. I don't know which one's the zirconium. I wonder if that's zirconium maybe. Oh, and I did make a mistake during that unboxing. Anyone who has watched that unboxing, I'll mention all unboxing, I said that these might be plastic. No, these are just, this is oak wood, and it's the way he finished them. He finished them. I won't describe what he told me that he did to it, but because that's his secrets. But yeah, he sanded this in a very unique way and treated it in a unique way. So it's, you can see it's oak, and you can see that it has little knots and stuff, but it almost feels not oak. It's an interesting feeling case. Good case. Let's get back into it. I'm making a shape like I. And if I make my tone go down, but I'm not actually vocalizing, just doing that same thing, the in and out breaths and the glottal stops. I can do that same thing with my tongue going up. There at the end, I curl my tongue and I went. There I'm going like I'm making the vocalizations, but I'm not vocalizing. I can make it sound hollow like that by breathing in and out through my nose or holding my breath. You can manipulate it a bit by bringing your lips off. When you run out of breath, just bring it right in on the other breath. And there's glottal stops into that. As we're breathing in and out through the harp, and when glottal stops, this harp is pretty tight, so I don't want to like overblow it. It slows the reed down, so I'm bringing my lips off to keep a limited amount of that air from crossing through there. Versus la 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 la, with my tongue curled and pushed further back. La 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 la. Very, very saturated harp. There's a real huge abundance of higher overtones on it, but this harp is extremely sensitive. A fun harp. I enjoy this harp. Wish I had a better way to hang it. I'll have to rig up two of them so it'll hold it or something. Some type of a holder. What else can we get into? Let's just keep it bassy for a minute. Have some tea. What's everybody playing? How's the harping out yonder? I guess I've been talking so much that I haven't been really paying attention to comments, and I apologize for that, but let's see what we can get out of this Goring. Goring's an interesting harp to come from another harp playing because the trigger is very unique and it requires a little bit of adjustment finding where you're contacting it, because you want to contact it in the right area because the reed travels quite a bit. A really good playing harp, but a very different harp as well. I'm just breathing in and out through my nose. William Banks says, I saw you unbox a one string instrument, a very big one. Do you still play it? I haven't played it in some time. It's over it's over packed away right now. It is a Wayland Harmon. It was a two-string, a big two-string reeded mouth bow. So you can find them on mouthmusic.com. They're made by the maker Wayland Harmon. Real cool dude. Hung out with him a couple times at the festival. There. What's up with the really tiny harp? Does it actually play? Absolutely. That is the best question. I've got a couple of very tiny harps, one from Rajasthan, one from Nepal. The one you're probably seeing is the one in the corner of my son's drawing. We'll see if I can't put this harp back on the wall safely. This one right here, you're looking at the tiny Nepalese Marchunga. I got this from Neptune Chapotin of World Harps, or Mouth Harps of the World. Very, very cool guy. Incredible player. He plays with a band called Third Pulse. He's came out to one of the more recent North American Jaw Harp festivals. Real cool dude. Teaches the harp too. He travels directly to makers and gets them, which I'm kind of jealous of him. He gets to travel to the makers and hang out with them and buy directly from them. I procure harps through the magic of the internet. It's very melodic. It's also very, very tiny and delicate. On the end, I sneak that. I sneak in some in breaths. I'm going to play that some more tonight. That harp is just brain butter. I'm starting to call harps brain butter because they really butter up the brain. Angel Crow, how are you doing? Howdy to you. Put you back there. Let's play this. This is a Mohan. Think a micro. No, this is a Mohan Nano. This is a Mohan Nano. Very, very small harp. Not super loud. Pretty flexible, reeded, and pretty melodic. This one reminds me of like a Babayev Monarp is how it feels. Very flexible reed, very melodic. Let's see where I go with it. Kind of uncomfortable for me to play because I'm so bunched in there with my mouth, so it kind of makes my hands feel kind of tense. My mouth feels kind of tense, but really melodic little Morchang most of the time on these Nanos. I like those. What else should we play? We're 14 minutes in. We'll play a couple more minutes. I want to play something draw startup. We'll just for comparative things, we'll play another smaller Mohan. I think this one's quite a bit louder. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm just going to keep it moving. Dwell on the Mohan. What is really fairly melodic but not loud? On this Vandrak. And I wish I hadn't have gotten rid of. I sold a whole bunch of Vandrak really cheap as beginner's harps. And now I regret it. I wish I hadn't have gotten rid of them because you can't get them anymore. The Vandrak are interesting little drimba. Oh, such a modest little harp, but such a wonderful. They have a droning in the background that's I find really similar to some of the Demetria drimba. But just stay on a tiny or not super expensive harp kick for a minute here, because you don't have to. Like, I know a lot of the times when unboxings really glorify these really expensive, hard to get or rare instruments. There are a ton of fantastic jaw harps out there, and they're not expensive. I don't want to push materialism in my videos with my unboxings, but in a way, it kind of is. Yeah, that is brain butter in and of itself. Just a little not expensive drimba. So you don't have to buy a several $100 harp to have a good time. Most of the harps I play are probably $80, $90 and below. I play a lot of $20 and $30 Morshang for that matter. The Rec aren't even expensive, but some of the Rec are really good. I'll wrap this up in a few minutes. I'm going to move the microphone up just a little bit. I'm going to play like gong and iron. This is a very, very quiet instrument, but some of the quiet instruments take you someplace awesome. Wyatt Bruckner, how are you doing? Welcome to the Harpery. We had a beautiful spring day here in Kansas. It was nice and sunny out. We barely even needed a jacket. Beautiful weather's moving, and I imagine we got some more snow and ice at some point coming here in Kansas. But I think today is Imbolc. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but in Ireland, where they say it's spring or something. How are you? I am well. I've had an excellent day hanging out with family. I got a nap in. I love taking naps. Every Saturday I try to take a nap. I used to deprive myself of sleep in years past. Just try to get everything in the world done. You'll never get everything in the world done. There's always time for a nap, at least one day a week. You ain't got time for a nap. Secure yourself time for a nap, because especially for late night harp playing, it's so refreshing to not be tired. There, I snuck in that breath. There to get that low drum, that. I really enjoy doing that on a not sensitive harp. It says, thanks for doing all the live stream. Any beginner level tips for breathing exercises? I can maintain plucking hand, but sometimes I forget to regulate my breathing. One thing I did as a beginner is I would concentrate a lot on playing the harp as fast as I can, or what I was doing with my plucks. If you want to work on your breathing, instead of trying to do a whole bunch of variance in your plucks, let the variance be in your breath. Like a lot of times as a beginner, I'd be playing, and you think more about your hand, and you forget about your breath and what you're doing. If you want to work on your breath, instead slow it down a bit and give yourself a rhythm. Just worry about maintaining a rhythm for plucking. And keep that rhythm, but then start bouncing your breath. So you keep the same thing doing with your fingers. You really don't have to think much about your plucking. Let your mind go on your breath. Control it, but let it do its own thing a bit. Have I tried a didgeridoo? I think you would fare well. I can get a drone going on a didgeridoo. I just have never yet been able to circular breathe. I think I had the touch of it once, but it's something I would have to practice just in and of itself for a while. Get the circular breathing down, because I can drone on a didgeridoo. I can make in a certain way, but I can't do the circular breathing yet. But it's something I should work on. But as for the beginner breathing techniques, plucking, just single rhythm, and then work on the breath. Or let's just go. Yes, I do gift harps, but I never have gifted a harp to someone who's asked. Every once in a while, if my collection is too big and there's a harp that I don't play very often, sometimes I'll just throw it in somebody's package, but I don't do that super often. But I keep a lot of harps, and I need to whittle down my collection, so I do, but I don't give them to anyone who's asked. But yeah, we're getting back to some harps are a real work of art, but some are deceptively simple looking ones also get a lot of attention. There are a lot of beauty in the simpler instruments. Like this is a gong. This is not a flashy harp. It's a very rare harp. Got this from Steve Kindwald, made in Sumatra. And I'm probably too loud because I'm like right up on the microphone here. Not a flashy harp, not a very loud harp. I've got my mic clear up by my face here. Out, in, out, in. I have to get the out, in, put it bounce it. And if you have a hard time breathing freely, it helps a couple times a week. Do some cardio in whatever capacity you can. When you get, I got these on the harpery.com. I've got a couple more of them left, but they're kind of expensive because they are a rarer harp, but they're not super sensitive. But I lost where I was going with that. I carried on too many different conversations at once. We're varying our breathing. That's all open. And then I'm also going to be closing my gloss. Like if you... There's some breathing exercises. Somebody had asked, what can they do as a beginner? Because sometimes they lose track of what they're doing breath-wise. Is take a simpler approach to your plucking. Don't vary it so much, and work on your variance being your breath. Is just what I suggest. Anyways, we're at 25 minutes, 25 seconds. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I love doing these live up streams. I love that people tune in and we'll talk and harp about. I hope you're playing a harp as well. Harp with everyone, share it with someone. If you have a harp you're not using, gift that on to somebody, give it to somebody who needs it, a homeless person or whatnot or whatever. I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep your harps dry, keep them oiled. Be good to each other. Always, like, above all else, be good to people. We should be building each other up, not cutting each other down. I love y'all. Adios. I love y'all. Stay awesome. Adios. Harp out. Harp out now. Adios. Love y'all.